times.
Yeah. No, actually, I missed that one, but I heard about it. A few of my partners here, they was there.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't make it to that one. About that.
Yeah, I mean, rest in peace, Slim 400, because you know.
Wasn't it? Wasn't it?
I heard some tales about him getting very involved that day.
Hey, you know, I mean, he's a real member.
Yeah,
real member on by that.
Got to do what you got to do. So, okay, like in terms of your perspective on making it as a rapper or doing anything with your life, like what was your perspective on that as a young guy? Like, did you know anyone who was successful in the music business or anything like that, or who were you kind of looking at as inspiration?
Shit, I wanted to play football. I ain't even lie. I wanted to play football, but like I said, go back to my uncle. He was like him and my other uncle Pooh. You know what I'm saying? From the east side of Bompton, Lewis Park. You feel me? They was like the first ones I seen rapping, like freestyling and shit as a kid. Like, you feel me? Of course, I'm listening to the radio and all that shit, but as far as just freestyling, rapping and all that shit, my Uncle Tookie, rest in peace, my Uncle Pooh, and my big relative, T-Double Dub, you feel me? Them who I, you know, started rapping with and shit, you feel me, on the shit.
Okay. And that was when, at what age that you really started doing the rap thing?
Seriously, about like 11.
Okay.
About like we really rapping, but as far as really writing some songs and shit, I say about like 13. About 12 or 13.
Okay.
Ain't nobody fucking with me with this music shit. I'm gonna put that out there. So, I'm cold in the motherfucker. Pyro. I'm cold as fuck, blood.
But did anybody like get behind you at an early age, or did you just kind of figure it out that you thought you had talent?
Nah, we formed a group actually, like I said, which is right here on my you know what I'm saying. Me and my relatives.
5150.
We started a group, 5150. When I was young, I was the youngest one out the group. You feel me? So all my relatives, we rapped and shit. You feel me? Like I said, my brother even started off beatboxing, and we, you know, even back in the days when you had to put the little tissue in the little tape to put in the record for it, and you know, you record over and all that shit. I came up from all that, you feel me? So I was in a group, 5150, but then they saw people gravitating to me. So they said, okay, well, you go do your own thing and we're going to back you feel me? Because I had a little following, you feel me? So, but no, it's always 5150 on the shot.
Okay. So what are the origins of 400 for people who don't know?
400 is the block, you feel me? That's the block. Like I said, you got 400 maple, 400 spruce, and all that, you feel me? So that's the block, you know, in the treetops, you feel me? So when somebody say 400, that's the blocks in the set.
But so a lot of people, when they hear it, they think of Slim and they think of YG.
Yeah. That's because they branded it. Yeah, YG branded it and made it, you know, a household name, like, you feel me?
Right. And so, but people were claiming it before that? It just wasn't
official?
It
was always 400. I was you know what I'm saying? I was the first one. I think I was the first one to have 400 on my name back in MySpace, or what was the shit before MySpace, or
Friendster?
AIM and all that shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
I was Kedaru 400 on AIM and all that.
Because listen, I was watching a video of you earlier, and you know, during this time period, it was very normal to have like a big ass slogan on the back of your shirt or the front of your shirt, and then at the bottom, whereas today it would say at Kedaru. No, it says AIM. Kedaru, like it has the AIM name under there, which is so crazy to think about.
AIM, that's crazy.
Like, what's the ideal situation that someone's just gonna send you a message on AIM and they're gonna be like, "I seen your T-shirt," and you're gonna be like, "That's hard." Yeah, that's just kind of crazy.
I was trying to self-promote back in the day about that. I ain't know nothing about that shit, but I was just gang banging and making music on the shit.
Definitely, but that video that I'm thinking of too, it was like Dipset West.
That was I was signed to Dipset West for like a year.
And so, what year was that? When did that come around?
What was that, like 2011 or something? I think 2000. I could be wrong, but around 2011, 2014 or somewhere in between.
And who was pushing Dipset West? How did that become a thing?
Yeah, that was what happened was I was doing like showcases all through Hollywood, just knocking shit down, killing shit. Every showcase I did, I won it. You feel me? So this particular showcase, it was King Ryan's showcase at CineSpace in Hollywood. And the winner got signed to Dipset West, you feel me? So I did that motherfucker, shut it down about that. It's on YouTube. I'm going to check it out on about that. Shut it down on about that. So after I did that, I got signed to Dipset West.
And how long did that last? And was it
just a year. It was just a year. Like I said, it was whatever. It was cool for what it was, you feel me? But to be honest, homie, the thing, I just didn't take it as serious as I should have on Bompton. I just didn't take it as serious as I should have.
Right.
Capitals.
You ever meet Cam or Jim Jones or any of these guys?
Nah, I ain't never met them. I did some shows with them, but I ain't never met them personally. Nah.
Okay.
I ain't never met them.
I mean, it's kind of crazy too, because as a person from the East Coast, those dudes were the first ones pushing some blood shit in New York. Well, on a rapper level, like a popular rapper level,
mainstream. Yeah,
it was mind blowing to us because I was like, you could just say that out here. Like, I had no idea that was like.
Nah, shit. First time, like I said, shit, when I seen Cam give it up for the Wolves, I'm like, oh, blood on body, blood with that shit. Oh, body. And I'm like, that's Rico, Trey, blood on Whooper. You know what I mean? So, yeah, blood, no. But they do their shit. Like I said, we got real homies in New York on body.
Right, definitely.
We got real homies in New York.
So, okay, like,
What's good with it, YouTube? It's Coffee tapping back in, man. And I was this day's older, however the fuck they say it, when I heard or found out or became aware that there was a Dipset West. Tap in and let me know if y'all had ever heard of Dipset West before. Like, real talk, I never knew this, man. And I'm a pretty big Dipset fan, you know, from the state of New York, came up loving the music and all that. Cam, Jim, Jewels. You know what I mean? We know collectively they broke off and had their own things. Bird Gang, Skull Gang, all kinds of ish. You know what I mean? That happens in all different rap labels and collectives. You know what I mean? Individuals branch off and do their own thing. Like Memphis Bleak branched off of Jay-Z and had Get Low Records or whatever. And then JT, the bigger figure, had his Get Low Records. And they had different spellings, and when the game was down with JT, the bigger figure, and ended up getting over with like he had beef with Matt Bleak because of that. And then when he branched off to G Unit and had his G Unit Radio Part 8, the Fifth Element, where they introduced the game, and he had that crazy, what was it, 300 bars or 400 bars to the deep cover. Yeah, and you don't stop, cause it's 187. To that joint, he was dissing a fluck out of Bleak, Joe Budden and all them. That freestyle goes down in the books as one of the hardest. That was a hard G-Unit Radio mixtape. But my point was, that's why Game was dissing them individuals originally. You know what I mean? Like all these different little rap collectives and labels and whatnot. And it shocks me to find out that, real talk, there was a Dipset West. I'm surprised. This clip, if y'all ain't know already, is from the Kedaru interview. I know Jumper. I just started listening to it. Let me know if you tapped into the whole thing. Pretty interesting interview so far. I'm not all the way in like that, but pretty interesting interview at this point. You heard him talking about Slim 400 and YG. He's from the same section as them. R.I.P. Slim 400. Was a big fan of that dude, man. I loved his energy, his whole style and things like that. You know, he was pushing on a more independent lane, I guess, as YG got on with the majors. Slim was trying to do his thing, I think, more independently. In this Kedaru individual, from my understanding, I think is on the independent tip as well. But you heard them taking it all the way back before the IG days, before the Twitter days, before Facebook, MySpace, the AIM days. That's crazy. Shout out Spider Loke. Y'all know he has a song called Hit Me on the AIM. Hit me on the AIM. Yo, I didn't know, like how you heard Adam 22 talking about, you know, where individuals started self-promoting themselves, bumper stickers on their cars, ish on their shirts, whatever, at such and such, you know, tap into the social media, see what they got going on. Very smart self-promo type ish. Cass was doing that with the AIM. And that's what I guess Kedaru had on an old interview, or an old video. AIM, Kedaru 400, and Dipset West. That's wild, man. There's still a Dipset West IG, still an active account, not a real big account or whatever. But I'm just shocked hearing this, to find out that this, like, hearing of this, I'm just surprised that it wasn't pushed heavier, right? Because you heard Adam 22 saying how mainstream wise, when it came to hip hop, with the whole blood stuff, Dipset is who everyone thinks of, right? With New York. And, you know, back in the day, when it comes to the whole gang thing, again, Jay Coffee talks to Square, Nerd, all that, you know. But like a lot of cats would say, whether New York was official or not. So it was always a good look for, as far as street credibility and whatnot, for cats from New York to get shown love from cats from the West. And I did a recent video about how Jim Jones and them, like, the game's first look on a mainstream wise for the whole world to see him was the Certified Gangsters video, which I guess ended up pissing off Dr. Dre and all that. I got a full video that I did breaking all that down. I'll pin the link to that below if you want to go tap into that. That's kind of what was going on there with Jim Jones doing that video. That it got him very tapped in on the West Coast in Compton or Bompton, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just shocked to hear this and know that there was a Dipset West and Dipset didn't go harder with it. Or maybe that was when the Dipset West thing whole started way back during the Certified Gangsters video days. Maybe they branched off and you know, had their whole West Coast. We know they had G-Unit West, you know, like there's all these different divisions of different labels or whatever. But I don't know. I thought I feel like Dipset, that would have been smart for them on a major level to push an artist and really get behind them. And, you know, but I don't know. Dipset was always doing stuff through like Koch, which is now E1, was more of an independent label. So I guess the budgets and things like that was different. But I don't know, man. Just wanted to tap in and see if anyone else heard about Dipset West. You know, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Kedaru, if you listen to the whole interview and all that, let me know. Let me know if you fuck with his music. And you also heard them talking about that old YG video where things got active. You know, that was, I believe, the video he did with AD, because he was saying, yo, that was your man. And Adam was like, yeah, that's why I heard that story so many times. But thanks for watching. Look forward to talking in the comments. Sub up, stay tuned for more. And I'm gone.